This is why even people with diabetes or high carbohydrate diets have significant problems with their prostates. And alcohol is another thing that increases this enzyme. Welcome to Medical Made Easy. In this video, we are going to talk about benign prostate hyperplasia symptoms, causes, and treatment by just one drink. So let's get started. Now let's discuss benign prostatic hyperplasia. Since hyperplasia is an expansion, the BPH issue is essentially an enlarged prostate. Symptoms: your urine is affected by it. Your urine stream is a little weak. So you might notice that it dribbles after you urinate, or that you just feel like your bladder is not empty. We will talk about this, and there's a drink you can drink every day to help shrink your prostate. But understanding the cause and how this problem arises is more crucial than finding the solution. First and foremost, many men experience an enlarged prostate as they age. Some even go on to acquire prostate cancer. The two topics that this video will cover are basically the prostate, which is located directly underneath your bladder, and the urethra, a small tube that emerges from the bladder. The prostate wraps around this tube, which is normally small, but when it enlarges, it gets bigger and can constrict the small tube that allows urine to flow. It can even get so big that it pushes up into the bladder, reducing its volume and effectively preventing you from holding your full amount of urine. All of the estrogen that men and women have actually comes from testosterone. Therefore, estrogen is a byproduct of testosterone. To convert testosterone to estrogen, you need an enzyme called aromatase, which is produced by both your fat cells and your testicles. This brings us to our second foundational point. Excess estrogen causes the prostate to enlarge. This is interesting because although you probably assumed that your problem was way too much testosterone, if that's the case, then why does testosterone increase with age in men? In addition to increasing with age and being an anabolic hormone that causes things to enlarge, estrogen also increases prolactin, another hormone that can also cause the prostate to enlarge. This means that the amount of estrogen in the prostate is independent of the amount of estrogen in the blood, making it impossible to determine the exact amount of estrogen present in the prostate through blood testing. Phytoestrogens, a few phytochemicals found in plants, have the ability to imitate estrogen very weakly. This is evident that comparing plant estrogen to human estrogen. Plant estrogen is essentially between 10,000 and 20,000 times weaker, which is why people occasionally get confused when eating specific plants and herbs that may increase estrogen. However, this is very small amount, so if you consume any of these plant-based estrogen compounds, we are referring to the phytoestrogens in pumpkin seeds, saw palmetto, and even some types of soy, you won't have to worry about becoming estrogen dominant. Of course, if you do soy, you have to make sure it's always organic because the majority of soy is genetically modified. However, the treatment for the prostate that we are going to suggest does not involve any of those. Instead, it involves concentrating on naturally inhibiting the enzyme that we mentioned. You may recall that we previously discussed how testosterone can be converted into estrogen with the help of an enzyme called aromatase. If you can inhibit this enzyme, you will produce less estrogen and hopefully shrink the prostate. Things that raise aromatase. Firstly, it is important to understand how this enzyme rises, because, regrettably, it does so as people age and because body fat can also raise it. This is why it's important to lose weight, because it can increase insulin. We have talked a lot about this topic. In fact, if you follow a ketogenic diet, you'll be much better off because you are going to decrease the enzyme directly by reducing insulin. This is why even people with diabetes or high carbohydrate diets have significant problems with their prostates. Oh, and alcohol is another thing that increases this enzyme. Actually, it just causes your body to produce more estrogen. Whole grains are another thing that's supposed to be healthy, but they also contain a lot of them. Additionally, if you have birth control or hormone replacement medication, you should be aware that while estrogen can also raise that enzyme, it will also lower. The most crucial thing that you should take away from this entire video is that there are several things to lower the enzyme aromatase. The first is that eating cruciferous vegetables like kale on a regular basis, arugula, broccoli, cabbage. All cruciferous vegetables have the ability to lower the enzyme that helps in controlling the excess estrogen that you have. While button mushrooms are another helpful food, make careful to saute them rather than consume them raw, as doing so will not provide the desired effect. Green tea is another remedy. However, the most important remedy that we are going to suggest is lemon peel. It turns out that lemon peels contain some really intriguing properties that not only inhibit the enzyme aromatase, but also have a host of other health benefits for the body as a whole, not just the prostate. In fact, the peels have 5 times the nutritional value of the juice. How to naturally reduce the size of an enlarged prostate while losing weight and ingesting fewer cruciferous veggies that require insulin. All you have to do is take a whole lemon, place it in a blender with a glass of water, and blend until it becomes nice and creamy. You can also add 5 to 10 drops of liquid stevia to sweeten the mixture. Or you can add half a cup of blueberries, which are also good for the prostate. You can blend everything together and drink it as a shake. The most crucial thing you can do, regardless of whether you have blueberries or not, is peel the lemon. This is because our goal is to lower the amount of aromatase in order to lower the amount of estrogen and maintain the ratios of higher or normal testosterone to lower estrogen. So that is it for today's video. Do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you found this video helpful. Also, do not forget to share it with your loved ones. Until next time, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye-bye.